we are. Welcome to this live interview. For those who doesn't know me, this is Marta from Spain. I am a digital business owner. I started about 3 years ago, and I started because I was very burned out from trying to juggle my professional life with my family life. Always feeling guilty from not having a quality parenting time for my son. And here I am, three years later, and I'm just running this interview with this wonderful lady, Natasha, who is also in Spain, and we have actually met up. We known each other from the past. We actually worked together years back in the airport. And so we were colleagues, and she's also my mentor. I'm very proud of that. And today I have the privilege to have an interview with her. And so, yes, so I'm just going to pass her on so she can introduce herself. So, Natasha, hello. How are you?
Hello. Yes, we've known each other for, I was just thinking how long? 17 years.
Yes, I
We've known
know.
each other. Oh my
I know
God.
your son was just a baby. I remember holding him in my arms when we worked
Oh
together.
my
So he was
God.
just a baby, yeah. So that
Yeah,
that long. So
yeah.
for those who doesn't know you, what can you tell? What can you tell us about you? Like you can tell us whatever
Mhm.
who is behind Natasha from behind this online business, and you can tell us whatever the part of the story that you want, whatever you like or you do, or whatever you think it's important for you to share.
Well, my journey has been 6 years, so there's a lot has happened in that period of time, but I'll
I can
just start
imagine.
from the beginning. Why I started this in the first place.
Yeah.
I didn't have it. I didn't have a job when I started. I actually lost my job previous to me starting this business, and yeah, I thought I my job would last me for a lifetime, and suddenly my contract didn't get renewed, and there I was, two kids and no income, nothing. So I wanted to I did just do some other job interviews back then, but nothing that aligned and fitted in with what I wanted and that I could combine with my kids, because the kids were
Yeah.
smaller then, and with school and extra school activities and things like that. And so I didn't find anything that aligned with my life.
Yeah.
Plus, I had to start all again from scratch.
Yeah.
I did look into something. I did look into courses, something I could do, or complete career change. But or I had to go back to school in the afternoon, or it cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Starting a business offline, that was just out of the question.
Yeah.
So just one day, then scrolling on my feed, an ad popped up that led me here, and here I am, 6 years later. So
Yeah, things are so unpredictable. I mean, for me, like I started because I was very burnt out, but I also was at the point of my life also that I also lost my job.
mm,
I was lucky because I kind of jumped into another job, but
yeah,
that also made me realize how vulnerable we are. Because
yeah,
for me, it was a
true.
totally unexpected, because I am a teacher. I'm a primary teacher, and I'm working in primary teaching.
Mm,
Sometimes you don't get enough kids, or like kids go into primary school. So if you don't get kids coming in,
mm,
you might have a different story for the following course for the
exactly.
and that was something I didn't expect, and I learned it in the hard way,
Mm,
and I have been working there for a while, and then suddenly I was like out of work because
yeah,
they didn't get kids coming in, and then suddenly I was hopeful. I was very happy because I had a friend who offered me another job, but it make you think, what if I didn't have that
exactly,
that job coming in,
exactly. Yeah.
and that was just another wake up call, plus the all the
Mm,
stress that I was having also, working 8 hours,
mm.
coming home and doing another shift at home, as
Yeah,
a mom,
because as mothers we don't stop. Mm.
working moms,
Mm.
that's what I always say to people, because
Yeah.
some people that they don't, especially people who don't have kids,
Mm.
it's hard for them to understand that, because they
Yeah.
say, oh, but what did our parents did? But well, normally my parents, that's my personal experience, my mom didn't work.
Yeah. Just like
So
my mom. But back then it was possible. In
yeah, exactly,
nowadays, it's
back then it was
impossible.
possible.
Mm. Mm.
And plus, so they had all this time to
Mm.
do all these things at home.
Mm.
Plus, you have to think that today is not
Mm.
the same than before,
No, definitely,
because
definitely
a
not.
lot, you have to do everything online.
Yeah.
Like
True.
before, you went to the shop, you buy something, and it lasts you for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Now you have a
Exactly.
phone, now you have a TV, now
Mm.
you have a tablet, now you have a car, now you have everything, and everything
True.
has a very short life. So you have to
Yeah.
buy,
Yeah.
go and solve and check, and call your your phone company, or call your like electricity company, or call your
Yeah.
whatever to fix things. Before, you just went and you had everything solved in one go. Now it's so many little micro things that you have to
Mm.
do along the day.
Yeah.
And if you work, how are you going to get all these things done? And people
Yeah.
don't really understand it, because they just say it like people who are not parents, they don't really see how much work is behind,
No.
you
No.
know?
No, because they come home and
Yeah,
finish. Yeah.
exactly.
Mm.
So when you first came across to this business, what made you stop and think, maybe this thing is worth exploring?
Well, it was an ad about a woman with a woman with 4 kids working from home. So that's caught my eye because I actually always wanted to do something from home, but I just didn't know what. And
Yeah.
back in the days, because I studied in Holland, because I'm originally from the Netherlands. I studied to be a hairdresser, and in Holland,
Ah,
it's normal
yeah,
that you can open your salon in your own home,
yeah,
or beauticians have a separate room, and they decorate it and they do their work from home. So that's why I studied hairdressing. I never liked it, but that was my idea. So the idea of having a family working from home
mhm,
was always there, but simply, yeah, it didn't happen. Life happens, and yeah, it went another way. But that was a thing that caught my eye, working from home. So I thought this could be just this could be just what I was looking for, or
mm,
that was looking for me.
yeah,
I always say this business found me, because if I would have been if I would have still been working, I don't know if I would have been looking for something else to do
yeah,
besides my because I simply didn't know it existed. So
yeah,
maybe
exactly.
eventually, but at that point in my life, I don't think I would have been looking online for something else, because I'm someone, oh, I have a job, I have my income, so I'm comfortable, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I think the
I
same.
feel safe.
Yeah,
And so,
you don't really look into this
mm,
unless something like this
yeah,
happens.
mm,
That's why we talk so much about our whys, because
yeah,
everyone who's jumped into this business, they all have a very, very strong why.
mm,
Something has happened for
mm,
you to look. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's a little bit sad, because you that means that you have to have a little bit of a
mm,
situation there to kind of
yeah,
look. But I always say things happen for a reason,
true,
and everything
true,
everything can be positive.
mm,
And for me, it's just that I am blessed that thanks to this, it opened a new door for me.
yeah,
So I don't know, you know I don't know, you spend all these years working the same kind of
true,
jobs,
yeah,
so I don't know how was for you, like after so many years working in a
mm,
very in structure and
yeah.
traditional
That's
environment.
what I was thinking about. That's what you think. Those things that you think about when you eventually start your business,
Yeah,
and you've been doing this for a while, and then you think back. I think, oh my God, my life back then was quite, it's routine.
Yeah.
You go to work, you do the same old thing, and go home, and the day after you start again. But yeah, it was comfortable, but it wasn't getting me anywhere.
But
It was
how
the
was
same.
your
It was the same old story every
yeah?
day. So
Did you,
I didn't get a raise. I didn't get a uh, better
you
position or
stay?
anything like that.
Yeah, you stay where you
You
are.
don't grow. You don't grow.
No, no, absolutely not. Yes. So how was your transition? Like, was it like, did it feel right? Did it feel easy? Did it feel that you were out of place, or how did it
No,
feel?
actually not. In the beginning, was a bit strange because I mean, the digital world. I had no idea what it was all about, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah,
So it was a bit of a learning process in the beginning, of course, because I mean, nobody that starts this business has experience, so we all start from
yeah,
zero.
yeah.
But in 2 weeks in, when I was up and running, it was just, I don't know, it just fitted with me. It's hard to explain. It was just perfect fit. Mm.
Yeah, I actually felt the same. I felt that deep down something was dragging me into, and even though I didn't know anything about it, I follow you a little bit, but I didn't know what it was about.
Mm.
And then as I went in and in and in more, I found it. Oh, this is really suits me, you
Mm.
know
Yeah.
and because it has a big thing about this business that is getting to know yourself, because
Oh yes.
we are talking about a business that is based on attraction marketing. So
Mm.
that means that you have to know yourself in and out very
Yeah.
well, and that business makes you face with with the truth and tell you and ask you who you really are, and this is a hell of a journey,
Oh
that
gosh, yes.
comes with this
It
business.
will surprise you the things that come up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Good and bad, you know
Good and bad.
but
Yeah.
but the good thing about it is if it's bad, you know where you need to work on,
Exactly. Exactly.
and so for you, what have been the challenges that you had when you first started in your digital journey? What would you say that was the hardest part?
I think my only challenge was in this business, um, going public,
Yeah.
showing my face to, because I mean, okay, we're on Facebook, you have your own group of people, and you have it private, right? Because I had my profile was private. I didn't want any outsiders looking into what I was doing. I mean, what I did was for my close family, because one lives in another country, the other lives in another country, so at least the contact we have and the
Yes.
friends we've had, well, at least we were maintaining contact like you and I did.
Yes, 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 totally.
So that was my only thing in the beginning, though, showing my face, showing my family, showing my life, and that was a bit bit weird for me in the beginning. But I when you understand the concept of this business, it's something that, yeah, that you eventually need to do, because people want to see who they want to work with. People want to see the real you, not
Exactly.
some kind of robots that they're talking to. So it was showing myself and going live, of course. I mean, my first live was a complete disaster. It was
Well,
like,
we all
oh
did
my
it.
God, why do I have to do this? And it's not obligatory that you have to do this, but eventually it is you do what you need to do to run your business, and this is the way. On social media, people want to see the real person behind the business.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you just showing yourself, and
Mm,
the only thing that that fear is
mm,
because we tend to be worried about what other people
yeah,
think. You know what I mean?
exactly.
But at the end of the day, if you think,
Other people don't pay your bills, so you do
yeah,
need.
exactly, they don't pay your bills,
Mm,
and the thing is, like, at the end of the day, you're just showing who you are. If you don't like,
exactly.
if they don't like it, you can, they can switch it off, you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's as simple as that.
We have Tina watching. Tina.
Oh, hello, Tina. It's our coach. It's our wonderful coach who has who's guiding us very strong. She's the captain of our boat.
Yay.
So yeah, so yeah. At the end of the day, it's like when you forget about all these things and about all these fears, and you don't care about what other people think, you get more used to it and just to be yourself. Because at the end of the day, and in a regular job, we also sell ourselves.
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, what do? We study with, you know, when, I don't know if you
Mm,
sell, but when you're little, they tell you that you have to study, that you
mm,
have to get a good job, and all
mm.
these things, and you do all these things, and then you end up like spending so many years in university to get just a piece of paper
Mm.
that is going to get you out there, and you're going to have to start selling yourself again with that piece
Yeah,
of paper, because that piece of paper itself doesn't
yeah,
do anything,
it
you know
doesn't
what I
do
mean?
anything.
So
Mm.
at the end of the day, and then you're going to get into a company, whatever it is, or whatever your background is,
True.
and you're going to have to adapt yourself to their goals, to their standards, to their philosophy, and
Mm.
all these things. So you're going to be ending up being someone else, because you
Exactly.
might not be agreeing with what
Mm.
they think or what
Yeah,
their policies are, but you have to do it if you want to keep your job. Well,
true.
the difference in this job is that they give you the guidelines of what it makes you active in social media, but
Mm.
you choose how, when,
Exactly. You
and
decide.
what platform and what to show, and
Mm.
and at the end of the day, you show yourself.
Yeah,
You don't have to do anything else than that, and just
exactly.
share what you do with your own time, what do you think about life, what do you
That's
know,
right.
who is in your life, who is your family, and
Yeah,
that's all about it. You don't have to pretend to be
true,
someone else, you
true,
know what I
true.
mean?
Yeah, we practice. Yeah, that's what, like you said, we practically sell ourselves, so people can relate to who we
Yeah,
are. That they can see that we are just normal people living our
yes,
daily
exactly.
lives and who want to do
Yeah,
something more for ourselves and our families. Mm.
yeah, exactly. So if you think that someone is watching us and is going through like a chapter of uncertainty, and maybe things didn't go as planned, what would you say, or what would they tell them to know about your own experience? Like,
Well, I say if you're not happy where you are right now, then you need to change. People are scared to do, to do
get out of the
something
comfort zone.
different. I did a live on that this morning about security versus freedom. I know.
Yeah,
I thought I was so secured with my job until it wasn't, and freedom, when you choose freedom, it can change everything. And I'm not saying that when you start this business you have to quit your job. No, absolutely not. But then at least you have options, you know
yeah,
without when you start this business you have options. You can choose when you work, you can choose your own hours. I mean, you decide what you want to do with it. You decide everything, and not the other way around, you know and
yeah,
and
exactly,
sometimes you just have to, if you want something different, you just have to do something different. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in the same situation day
exactly.
in, day out. So,
Because as I say, nothing grows in the comfort zone. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You have to get out of there and test yourself.
yeah,
And if you don't, I mean, I don't like to say risk, but just
yeah,
try something else.
exactly. Just check it out. I mean,
Yeah,
it is risk free. So if you don't get all the information first, and then make a decision on what it might not be for you, which can happen also. I
but
even
you
hmm?
you started from day one and full on in this, but for
Yeah.
example, for my case and many other cases,
Mm,
people started already doing their regular job and
yeah.
they start this business on the side,
Yeah.
so you don't have to like make a big
Exactly.
change and a big risk,
No.
you can still grow on the side. And
Exactly.
whenever you feel ready, and if you feel ready, because there's a lot of people in this community
Mm,
who have big jobs,
yeah.
like big
That's
important jobs that
exactly.
they don't even need to do this business, but they
Mm,
do it because there's a lot of growth behind it.
exactly. And
And
also because a job, I mean, you might love your job, but you don't
yeah,
want to be
exactly.
working till you're 65, 70. Until you're 65, 70. You don't want that either. So at least you have a backup plan, or
Yeah.
and an extra also, I mean, let's face it, extra cash every month.
Who says
Everybody,
no?
everybody would like that.
Exactly. Especially with the expenses of those days now that we live in,
And
everything is
especially
so
after the month
expensive.
that we've just had, the month December, Christmas, and everything like
Yes,
that.
I
I
know.
mean, who wouldn't want that
Yeah.
extra cash?
Yes. Very, very, very true.
Mm.
Okay. Well done. That was very, very nice to chat with you, Natasha.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful to have you here and had a chat with the business, our business wise, and why we started, and
Mm.
how did it go and everything. So for everyone who is watching, if it's curious and would like to check it out, you can just contact any of us and in our web pages, or you can find us in social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, dash
Everywhere.
everywhere. And yeah, so and you we will be happy to answer whatever questions you have for us. So yeah. Okay, Natasha, we just say goodbye and we catch up. Okay, have a
Absolutely.
wonderful, wonderful weekend.
You too. Bye
Okay,
bye. Bye
bye
bye, guys.
bye.
Thank you.